Hi everybody, thanks for joining us for the next video in this progression. We're just going to run through now the quoting system, so how to do a quote to a customer. Obviously you want to log in to your particular login details, your username and password to get you to the home page. So quoting a spa is really similar to selling a spa. We just obviously stop short of taking payments, and instead of producing an invoice we're producing a spa quote. So because the system is the same, we're going to go into sell a spa. And essentially what we're going to do is build that spa. So we're going to build the spa that the customer's seen, whether they're in your showroom in front of you, or whether they've called you over the phone, or they've got a quote from wherever they want to get a quote from. So this person, let's say they want a lagoon. So we're going to search for the lagoon. You'll see in here that we use, in this particular instance, we're using a price that we've set, not the signature price. So we've actually increased the retail price of this one as we've shown you in previous videos. So that gives us a bit more room to move. Looks like the customer's going to get a better discount. So we'll go to view that spa. Yep, that's the one we're looking at to quote, and we're going to configure that to this particular customer. So now we're really just going across these tabs along here to build the particular spa, to build the colors, to build all that sort of thing. So start with the color selection, or you can go into summary and you can see what's included in that particular spa. Color selection, so let's choose the acrylic color. This customer's going to go with Summer Sapphire. Back to the configurator, we're going to choose the cabinet color. Obviously it's Western Red Cedar only in the lagoon. Back to the spa build, and we're going to choose the color of the cover. So we'll go with granite in this instance. So we've pretty much finished this color selection, because really you can't change anything more than the acrylic, the cabinet and the cover. So now we go along to the options. So in this particular instance we've quoted someone, let's say $13,000, and we've done a lagoon $460, and we've included premium lights, delivery, step and chemical kit. So we're going to add in the premium lights. Don't worry about the price at the moment, we've got ability to do a discount at the end of this. I'm going to add in a set of steps for this person as well. I'm going to go back and we're going to add in startup packages, so we're going to do some chemicals for him as well. So I'm doing this pretty fast, but you'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. All I'm really doing is just going back and forth and just ticking off the selections along here, so that I'm quoting the person exactly what we've spoken about. Again, color selection, pretty easy. Options are included that we've added in there as well. Some accessories that we're doing, and then startup packages. In this case, we're giving them a handover kit. Warranty options, we're not complete on that one yet, but that'll be regarding the home chemical care plan. Now we come to a point in time which is virtually finalizing the spa that you're talking about. So if they're in front of you, you can turn the screen around and you can show them that this is the spa that we're talking about. It's the Lagoon 468, has a list price or a retail price of $13,990. Like I said, you can make that $15,990 or $19,990 if you want to. There's some standard things that are included in that price. We've chosen the Summer Sapphire, Cedar Surrounds and the Granite cover for you. I've included the premium light package, a set of cedar steps and a spa startup kit. So you can see it values all of these particular inclusions, and it values even some of the standard inclusions as well. So it just helps you build the value of the spa. But like I said, we've come down and we're going to do a discount to this. We've got $14,971. We're going to do this at say $12,000. So we're going to take off $2,971 and make that a discounted package down to that 12 grand price mark. So that's the price. And again, quick summary of the spa. There's the color, there's the surrounds, there's the cabinet, and then the rest of it is inclusions and things you're doing to sort of get this deal. Bring it back down to a retail price, take off a discount, and you're down to the net price that you're quoting this customer on here. So now we're going to add in those customers' details. So just for the sake of making it easy, we're going to do it for me. We're going to add my details in there. In your instance, you can, first name Joe, last name Blogs. Phone number is not critical, mobile is very critical, and if you do find a matching, if the system does find a matching name, phone number or email address in the system, it will prompt you at this stage that they are already some sort of existing customer. Then add in the address. So we're at a point in time where we've shown the customer the spa, we've shown the customer that we've got all their details correct, and we're creating a snapshot in time, which is a quote at this stage. So that takes us to another summary screen. You can see that it's produced a sales order. So this is an order that's going to stay with this particular quote. We have an overview of who it's for, customer details. We have the delivery address. We have an order summary in here too. So now the lines is a further summary. So the lines is back to the spa, the lagoon, got the colour, built basically as we built that spa with the discount down to that 12 grand. Notes. Here's a part where you can add in your particular notes. So we're going to say required ASAP will be 4 to 6 weeks production from deposit. Includes standard delivery, good access to men, includes a bottle of champers, whatever else you want to put in there, whatever else is important to the customer. You'd be showing this sort of information on the invoice, but you do have the option of doing further notes and not showing them on there, particularly when it comes to following up the quote. This is where you'll go into that order summary and you'll add notes. So you quoted Duncan, but he's come back to you, he's going away on holidays, you know, got to put a note in your calendar to call him on the 30th of October. Something like that, where you can add notes that there's no point showing on the invoice. But this is going directly to the customer, so we're going to show them on the tax invoice, or the quote. Order history, this just shows you where it's at. We're doing quote required at this moment. We're not taking any payment because we're just doing a quote. So really now we're coming to admin. So where we are, overview, the spa, added any important notes. We're not taking any payment. We go to admin. This is where you've got a few options. In some cases, you may want to generate an invoice with a zero payment on it, where the customer is going to do a transfer. This is where you'll do that. In this case, we're just going to generate a spa quote. So click generate, it pulls that spa quote number out, gives you the nice visuals that we've talked about in the past. Your logo will be up here, aerial view of the spa, and we will be tinkering with some reasons to buy from the individual stores along the side here as well, or we'll just be rebranding this. Your details, your contact details, and just a short brief introduction. Then the guts of the quote, so the customer's details, any particular notes on the deposit that was important, including delivery. Then there's the spa, then there's the included options, then there's the options that you've added, and we come down to a total price that you've quoted of $12,000 on there. This quote will evolve over time, but at the moment you've got some cool features that are pulled from Spa Industries Global. You've also got some important specifications. So at this point in time, you have the choice of emailing this to a customer. More importantly, you're going to go into finalize, and we're now going to set what sort of how hot they are. Are they warm, hot, cold? This is the sales potential system that's gold that we've talked about. So we are going into finalize. We've got the customer's details all correct. This is where you can put in some more information. It's required ASAP. You might put in that it's required. Today's the 16th. Let's say it's required by the 17th, but obviously you've told the customer that it's not going to happen for 4 to 6 weeks, but you're just telling people when they know that it's urgent. We need to make this one. Delivery note, you can put in whatever you like, but can populate the delivery docket later. So no delivery on, let's say Friday. Let's try and spell Friday correctly. Whatever you like in here, it's not super important at this stage, but it's just going to help the delivery person or some further notes and further information. In this instance, there's no 15 amp lead. I think I've discussed it in the presentations that sometimes when you do have a smaller spa, it's a good thing to think about at this stage. You don't want to send a spa out to a customer, have them deliver it, and then they're not going to pay you because there's no plug on the spa. So just you can tick yes or no as you need to from there. And again, the important factor is this pre-sale contact schedule. So how urgently does Duncan want this spa? Is he a really hot prospect? Is he warm? Is he cool? You guys can set what you like in there as well. We're going to call him hot, which of course he is, and then we're going to create the quote. So the creation of a quote, we're going to send the quote to the customer. You can send the quote to yourself first if you want to do that. You can go back into this screen. You can send the quote directly to the customer, whatever you want to do from now. But basically that's how you would do a quote in the system. That's how you would put them on the hot, warm or cool sales potential system. And from this point in time, that quote is essentially done. So now just briefly where that quote sits, we're going back into the home screen. We're going on to sales. We're going on to the dashboard, and we're going to see that there's some quotes required. So the quote required that I just did for me is sitting right here. We're going to go into that quote, and we can go through and have a look. So this is the summary of the lines that we did, the notes that we added. There's no payment, that sort of thing. So it's really just giving us a good overview of where that particularly sits. What we're working on now is this is currently sitting in quote required. Essentially what we've done is we've already quoted them. So you can update this status. You can move it to awaiting deposit if it's going to happen. When they paid a deposit, you'll come in and pay the deposit. And there's some various other functions in here that will relate to pushing things across the Spa Industries or your own internal management of how you do it. In this instance, it's been quoted. We're going to go save. We go back to the sales dashboard. So home, sales, dashboard. We've just put this one into quoted. So at the moment, depending on where you're at, you can see that you've got some quotes that are in process that people need to finish off and send into the quoted section, but you'll be able to get a bit of a snapshot of where your business is, how many quotes you've got out there, and view those quotes at the same time. So that ends the quoting of a spa. We'll follow up soon with the selling of a spa, but again, very similar, just taking payment. Hope that helps.